back, old sports, to The Great Gatsby Simplified. Detective Maida here, ready to take you on a journey through time to the Jazz Age. We're exploring a world of lavish parties, lost dreams, and the enigmatic Jay Gatsby. If you've never read The Great Gatsby, let's dive into a brief summary of the book. Published in 1925, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald is a captivating tale set in the summer of 1922. It explores themes of love, wealth, and ambition centered around the mysterious millionaire Jay Gatsby and his obsession with the dazzling Daisy Buchanan. The novel is a brilliant portrayal of the Roaring Twenties and a critical look at the American dream. Now, let's uncover the layers of opulence which disguise the truth behind the American dream. Our first clue is the green light. It's the light at the end of Daisy's dock, a symbol of Gatsby's unfulfilled desires. Just out of reach, it represents the dreams we chase, but we can't quite grasp. Consider this moment from the novel on page 20. He stretched out his arms toward the dark water in a curious way, and, far as I was from him, I could have sworn he was trembling. Involuntarily, I glanced seaward, and distinguished nothing except a single green light, minute and far away, that might have been the end of a dock. Through this passage, seen through Nick's eyes, captures the essence of Gatsby's longing for love and his inability to reach the American dream. The green light, Gatsby's North Star, symbolizes more than just an unattainable dream. It represents Daisy, the love he yearns for her but can't have because she's married to Tom Buchanan. This light, much like the American dream, is always just out of reach, a symbol of desires that remain unfulfilled. In chasing it, Gatsby confronts the hard truth of reality. Not every dream, no matter how passionately pursued, can be attained. Next clue brings us to the Valley of Ashes. This desolate landscape starkly symbolizes the disparities in social class, a grim contrast to the wealthy elite's opulence. It's a representation of the American dream's decay, where the gap between rich and poor highlights the loss of societal values. Far from the glitz and glamour, it's a place where dreams and hopes are often overshadowed by the harsh truths of inequality and unfulfilled aspirations. Dreams don't just die in this valley. They are suffocated under the weight of disillusionment. In the Valley of Ashes, Myrtle Wilson, George Wilson's wife, becomes the epitome of the tragic consequences that can befall those who chase the illusion of the American dream. Living in this desolate and gray valley, Myrtle's life takes a path that ultimately only leads to her pathetic downfall. A moment that vividly emphasizes the theme of death is when Myrtle, in a desperate bid to escape her existence in the Valley of Ashes, runs forward, believing she is about to enter Tom Buchanan's car. Tragically, she is struck and killed by Daisy Buchanan, who is driving Gatsby's car at the time. This incident not only shatters Myrtle's personal dreams, but also serves as a critique of the very illusion of the American dream itself. Myrtle, who's having an affair with Tom Buchanan, sees him as the ticket to a better life, and believes that by being with him, she can escape her dreary surroundings. Ironically, she's both literally and metaphorically crushed by the very dream she thought would carry her away to a new life. Through Myrtle's tragic story, we can see that the American dream is not the ladder to success and happiness that it appears to be for characters like her. Instead, it is a cycle of desperation and despair, where individuals often find themselves right back where they started, in the ashes of lost hope. Now, our third clue. Mayor Wolfsheim, the embodiment of the era's corruption. His rise to success, through questionable means, reflects the dark underside of the American dream. It's a dream twisted by greed and dishonesty, a far cry from the noble pursuit we're all led to believe. Wolfsheim's character is a reminder that not all success stories are tales of hard work. Wolfsheim is not only the symbol of corruption, but a direct link to Gatsby's own murky rise to wealth. As an important figure in organized crime, Wolfsheim helped Gatsby garner his fortune through bootlegging of illegal liquor during the Prohibition era. His notoriousness spreads to underhanded dealings, such as fixing the 1919 World Series, therefore showing how deep his corruption and influence runs. So, what does this say for Jay Gatsby? His affiliation conveys an alternative perspective on Gatsby's prosperity. It's not just a tale of his ascent from humble origins. Instead, it really documents a path characterized by unlawful activities. The money that Gatsby has made, his whole persona and ambition, are all tied up with Wolfsheim's activities. This link complicates our idealistic view of Gatsby and shows us something about Fitzgerald's ambivalence on the idea of the American dream. It sets up the premise that the dream can be seen as noble and achievable through hard work, but it also might involve some pretty unlawful practices as well. This questions whether Gatsby really pulled himself up by his own bootstraps, or was perhaps in cahoots with some shady mobs. Now, for the biggest mystery. Was Jay Gatsby inspired by a real person? Some believe Max von Gerlach, known for his extravagant parties and mysterious personality, was the real Gatsby. The term old sport, often used by Gatsby, is also said to have been Gerlach's signature phrase. So there you have it. Today we've explored 3 examples in The Great Gatsby that unravel the complexities of the American dream. From Gatsby's unattainable green light, symbolizing his unfulfilled desires and the elusive nature of the dream, to the grim reality of the Valley of Ashes, showing the decay of those dreams. And we can't forget Mayor Wolfsheim, an important reminder of the corruption often entangled in the pursuit of the American dream. But perhaps the most intriguing of all is the possibility that Jay Gatsby was not just a character of Fitzgerald's imagination, but might have been inspired by the real-life Max von Gerlach, with his lavish parties and mysterious aura. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Until next time, keep reading.